Hi, welcome to the Witchdoctors How To. Today we're at the 2013 ABR Spirit Lake bike show. Here with Eric from VicBaggers.com. Makes these really cool lower bag fillers. They go on a cross-country, crossroads bike. They fill that gap in between the saddlebags. We have the uppers and the lowers. You can get them through either Witchdoctors offers them painted or VicBaggers.com. We got a couple of colors. We have the black, the boardwalk blue, the crimson, red, and we offer all the other colors, nuclear sunset, all that. You buy them from us either bare metal or painted. But we're going to go over there with Eric and we're going to show you how to install these on a crossroads. They're so easy to install, take you probably 15 minutes aside. I know a lot of you guys are nervous because if you look at these, they have the holes in there where you have to drill into the fender. This actually mounts to the fender and it stays on there. So you guys that have a trunk mount or whatever, you can actually put a filler on there and still have a trunk. The other way, backrest, same type of thing. With the upper bag fillers, and you can look on our site, we already have the video for the upper bag fillers on how to install those, but it goes in conjunction with that. If you don't have the uppers, you can still use the lowers and it looks really cool. If you guys had asked about the antenna, you have an antenna in the back, all you got to do is when you put this on, look underneath, see where your antenna goes, make a small hole, make a mark, drill a small hole so your antenna comes through, and it works that easy, so you're not even down without an antenna. Again, like I said, these come in different colors, really easy to install, and they make that back of that bike, gives you that smooth look, something Eric came up with. It's a great company to work with, so that's why we're going to show you how to put these on and how to make your bike look really cool. Okay, so what we got is we got the saddlebag. In the saddlebag, we already have the upper bag filler installed here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the lower bag filler, and that's just going to kind of go in there like that. So what you want to do, we give you some double side tape. Now I don't have it on here just for the video so I can show you, but in the kit you get some double side tape to help you hold that. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to slide that in there, and this line right here, the edge of the saddlebag, this is how you want to line that up. You just want to kind of eyeball down through, and you want to look and make this line keep following up. If you have it down here, it's not going to look right. If you put it up too far, it's not going to look right. You want to just get that line going right along there. Now, once you get that, with a small pair of vice grips, you're going to want to take your vice grips, or if you have a buddy, but usually vice grips are better, and you're just going to want to clamp it in the bottom of your fender. So get your line right. This fender, you need a small pair because it's kind of a tight fit under there. Get your line right, and you're going to clamp that on there just like that. Now, with the double side tape, it's a little bit harder if you have to adjust this because it's stuck. So you have to be careful with that. Like I said, it's not on there right now for the video just because so I can show you this. But you want to make sure you keep that line following right along in there. You know, push that down where it's got to be. I will take the saddlebag off and we'll come back and show you how to do this. We'll get in there close for you and show you how to do this. Okay, so we got the saddlebag off. Now, what we didn't do, you know where this was, okay? We just put a little pencil mark in there. Now on a black bike, silver works good. You know, you just want to put a little mark there. And again, with the double side tape on there, this won't move on you. It's just, like I said, I'm not doing it right now. So what you want to do, you just want to take a drill. We start with a small size. You want to just kind of get a little pilot hole going in there. Now you guys that have the ABS bikes, you want to be really careful because behind here is all your ABS module, your wiring and everything. So you don't want to drill through there without paying attention to what you have first. So just be really careful. So this is where everybody gets scared on drilling a hole, but it's not that bad. That's going to be stuck on there. If you want to have a buddy help you hold this bracket or whatever, you know, it's not a bad idea. Just drill your hole and just start slow. Make sure you have a good sharp bit and it'll go right in. This is where everybody's nervous about drilling. Okay, so that's all you got to do, just drill a little hole there. Now, what we do is we'll bump the drill up to the next size bit. So let me change the bit here. 11/64. So this is an 11/64 bit. And again, I put this on here. Now you could drill this just like this, but you risk a chance of the drill slipping off, or when you go through, you risk going all the way through and this hitting the paint. So you don't want to do that. You want to leave your filler here. When you get to the bottom, just go really slow. If you're pushing too hard, you'll cram it right through there. So what you're gonna do, in the kit, you get the nuts and bolts come with the filler kit. So you're gonna want to put your bolt in there. It gives you a nut. Now it's 11/32 Allen, and the nut is also 11/32. Now the hard part of this is getting your fingers up in there and getting the nut on. So what you want to do, you want to get that started. You don't want to tighten it up all the way. Just get it started so it holds it. Okay? Now, once you get that on there and you got your vice grip on there, the next thing I suggest to you is put your saddlebag back on and make sure this line still is lined up, because if anything slid on you, which it shouldn't, but if anything did, you want to fix it now. So all you have to do is drill a hole. You don't want to have to go back and drill all these other holes. So we'll show you, put the saddlebag back on and how to line it up. Okay, so we got the saddlebag back on, and now you can see that line is on there. We have everything just right. So we wanted to make sure all that stuff's lined up first before we finish drilling those holes. So now we're just going to take the saddlebag off, and then we'll go and drill the rest of the holes. Okay, so we're going to took the saddlebag back off. Now you can start drilling your holes. Now it's up to you whether you want to start with a smaller bit and drill some pilot holes or not. I'm going to start with the size we need. Like I said, if you have a good sharp bit, they'll drill right in there for you. And you want to put a bolt in each time you drill a hole. Put a bolt in. You don't have to tighten it up all the way. Drop the nut here. So what it does when you start putting the bolts in, it helps hold that better so it won't walk on you. One thing you can do if you're worried about rusting is once you drill the hole, take a little fingernail polish or a little paint and put it around the hole. That way you don't have to worry about anything rusting. Let it dry a couple hours and you can bolt everything back on. Okay, take your vice grips off. You're just going to go along and tighten these all up now. If you did everything right, everything should be lined up just right. So these nuts in the back have a star washer attached to them, which helps it so they don't spin. So if you need, you can use 11/32 wrench on the back, but you can really get them pretty tight without having to do that. If you notice where it starts spinning, then you know you got to put the wrench on it. And you don't want to put a whole lot of torque on these bolts. They're just little tiny bolts. If you crank them too tight, you're going to break them. And these bolts too, this is a really good kit. The bolts are stainless steel, so you won't get any rusting from them. So if you guys that have a white bike, you won't see that dirty, rusty line, especially if you throw a little paint in there. You know, when you drill the hole, you won't see that rusty line. You don't have to worry about anything rusted. But I just get them close, and then you can see, I just give them just a little bit. This one up here is a lot harder because you can't really reach it. But just get them snug. Don't go and don't break them off. But that's all there is to it. Putting one on, you're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. They're good and solid. They don't bend. They're good thick metal, so they won't bend. Again, you get them painted to match your bike, or you can get bare metal. If you guys have custom paint jobs, you can get them bare metal and paint them yourself. That's really all there is to it. Come from Witchdoctors or Vic Baggers, you can get either place. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys try this. It really makes a big difference on how the back of the bike looks. Thanks for watching.